Today is Friday, June 4th. Yes, I said June. It's already June. We are almost through half of 2021. Is that not crazy? My name is Marshall Haprov. I am the communications specialist for the Mojave Desert Air Quality Management District, and I am fortunate to be the chair-elect for the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. And we want to say good morning to you and welcome. This is your coffee break update. We are planning, of course, we have planned for you a great program this morning, as always. So we thank you for joining us. I want to say, of course, good morning to our Double CEO, Mr. Mark Creffield. Hey, Mark.
Good morning, Marshall.
Also want to start off this morning with a bit of a sad announcement, not a bit. Many of you probably know, although I would assume that not everybody knows, Charles Gerka. He was the founder of Excelsior Charter Schools. He started Excelsior Charter Schools officially on January 13th, 1995. I know that because I was a student there and I worked at Excelsior. Excelsior was actually my first official job. Mr. Gerka passed away on Wednesday morning, I believe. So I saw that announcement this morning, and I thought it was fitting to just briefly talk about Mr. Gerka here. Not only was he, of course, as I mentioned, the founder of Excelsior, but he was a fixture, a mainstay at Adelanto Chamber of Commerce events, as he was a member of the Adelanto Rotary Club. So we just wanted to send our best wishes and our condolences, of course, to his family as they grieve his loss. So once again, I want to say again, thank you for joining us for our coffee break update. We want to introduce to you a couple of our sponsors, our two sponsors for us this week. We want to start with the Village in Apple Valley and say thank you to the Village in Apple Valley for helping us put on this week's coffee break update. Here to tell us more about the Village in Apple Valley is my friend Lavella Sullivan. Good morning, Lavella. You have to unmute.
There I am.
There you are.
I'm sorry about that. Happy Friday. I'm calling from my car, so I didn't realize I had to, because I can hear everybody. I didn't realize I had to unmute on my phone as well.
No worries.
Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for having us.
So did you want to tell us a little bit about the Village in Apple Valley?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was waiting for like the City of Adelanto, and I was going to go after them. So sorry for the pause.
No, well, you know, since a couple of weeks ago, we know that you had to get off the call, we wanted to make sure and let everyone on the call with us this week learn about the Village in Apple Valley.
All right. Well, all right. Well, thank you. Yes, I had to pop off of the call last week. It was 2 weeks ago. It was a really good discussion and I wanted to stay on, but I had another call that popped in. So bless you for giving me the opportunity to pop back in and bother everybody again on a Friday. So I am here today representing the Village in Apple Valley. Things are opening up. We're super excited. We have an event that's coming up July 3rd at the park at James A. Woody Park. It is Powhatan and Navajo. You can't miss it. You drive down Navajo and it's that big beautiful park that's there with the ginormous trees and the wonderful shade. We've got a lot of things planned. We are so excited that things are opening up. We had a blast last October with our night out in the village. This year we're bringing back the summer street fair. We have a live band. We have a beer garden. We've got a lot of different booths and food booths and a lot of activities that are going on. Pretty excited about that. We've got, I think we're at 30 car entries now for the car show, and we've got a month to go. So day before Town of Apple Valley's Freedom Festival on July 4th, our event is 10 to 2, Saturday, July 3rd. And what I'd really like to see is some chili cook-off entries. That is not taken off quite like I had hoped. So I'm going to be calling in some favors. I know a lot of people here are pretty good chili cooks. This is more of a fun hometown kind of a chili cook-off. There'll be prizes and fun things like that. So, so anyway, I wanted to invite everybody here. We also have some sponsorship opportunities, but what I'd really like to see is maybe some chili cook-off entries. I hear Mark's got a mean chili that he might want to enter. He's smiling. So I just wanted to let everybody know about the event. We've got a little bit of time, you know, before the event. We've got still got some openings, and I hope to see everybody there. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And thank you again for letting me pop in.
Of course. Thank you, Lavella, so much for sharing all that information. And again, thank you to the Village in Apple Valley for sponsoring this week's Coffee Break Update. If you are interested in being a sponsor of a future Coffee Break Update or any Chamber of Commerce event, of course, you can contact Mark Creffield, or you can put your information in the chat, and he will tell you how easy it is to be a sponsor. Also using the chat. Now, I was going to ask everyone to say just a quick hello, your name and your organization, but several people are already doing it. So Mark, this is like your dream, man. This is like, we barely even have to say it. People are just doing it. It's like, it's almost like they're happy to be here. That's crazy.
Well, I think some of them, perhaps, Marshall, were waiting for you to, you know, to ask people to do it, and then that long pause that you give them to do it while we all just kind of sit here and wait for you to start talking again.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Also using the chat function, if you have questions for our presenters during the course of our program, please direct them to me this week. There's a little drop-down menu in the chat function. You can select my name and then shoot me your questions for any of our presenters. And as time allows, we will get the presenters your questions, and hopefully we'll get some answers for you. All right. So we have those things, I think, under our belt now, so we can move forward with our presentations. And we'll start, as we always do, with the City of Adelanto. And here to update us, as always, is the Mayor of the City of Adelanto, Mr. Gabriel Reyes. Good morning, Mayor Reyes.
Good morning, amazing Greater High Desert family. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Just as we get started, man, want to send my condolences to the lovely family, and just sitting here at my parents' house. Life is a beautiful thing. Hug those that you love, kiss those that you love. Sorry for being a little teary-eyed. Right before, literally like 2 minutes ago, my mom wants to talk to me about her insurance stuff when she passes, but neither here nor there. Just send the love to those that you love, and then kiss them and let them know that they're appreciated. With the City of Adelanto, so many things continues to going on. We focus and we thrive on economic development. We had one of our a big manufacturing company that has submitted their phase 2 projects to get approved. Already gone through the planning commission, are going to be breaking ground here in the next 90 days. So I'll talk about it. It's windows, doors, and manufacturing. They're growing a 1 million square foot project here on the northern side of town, just past Chamberlain Way. And they're getting ready to break ground. Super excited. They're going to be relocating all of their facilities up here to the city, and going to start breaking ground on that and bringing more great jobs to the city, great living jobs to the city. And super excited that we finally got that project on their way. Clark Pacific is expanding phase 2 of their operations as well. They're the largest cement plant in Southern California. They're shutting down their Fontana location now, and relocating them all up here. I made mention of it last council meeting, but just a little bit more. Rivian is the number one competitor with Tesla on the trucks. They have secured 20 acres of land in the City of Adelanto for research and development on their batteries and their trucks as well. So we're super excited that they're cranking and going here in the city. We are with the state opening up and things getting all back to normal. We will our events are kicking back live at Adelanto Stadium. We have, a bunch of events already lined up and going on here in the city. And what I would say to all of my small business friends or people who want to do pop-ups, want to just get in front of, our residents just to get an opportunity to sell, please contact our stadium manager. If you need his information, please feel free to reach out to me. We support small businesses, we support local businesses, and we can just give you an opportunity to be able to sell some of your niches and stuff. You're more than welcome to be a part of all of the events that we have at the stadium. Lastly, houses are coming in, building more houses. And just, a big announcement, the last announcement, probably I'll be done after this. We're happy to announce, that we will be having our state treasurer, Fiona Ma, actually be coming to the city of Adelanto. She's seen all the great work that's been going on and how we've been able to regulate and collect the revenues from cannabis, that she's extremely pleased with the work of the city. Major reason why we want to have her come down is about a decade ago, the city lost their bond rating because of their bond company, filing bankruptcy, hindered the city drastically to be able to apply for bonds. She's going to be assisting us on that, and just like we promised our constituents, being physically responsible, getting the city out of the negatives, and growing the city is what I promised to do, and we just continue to strive and move forward. So if you guys have any information, you guys can most definitely reach out to me, and I'd love to be able to answer and help.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for that, all that information. The Chamber's Ambassadors Group hosted Fiona Ma a couple of years ago, and I got to talk to her for a few minutes. A very, very nice person. So good to hear that she's going to be visiting Adelanto. I have no questions here in front of me, so thank you for the update, Mayor Reyes, and we will see you soon. Have a great weekend. All right, we have another municipal update for you. Before I get to it, though, I want to tell you that you may want to hang on with us. I know that people have meetings and other calls and stuff, but I encourage you to stick around if you can with us all the way till the end of today's coffee break update. We have a special announcement for you, and that's all I'm going to say for now. But we do have a special announcement, and we're gonna deliver that to you here at the end of our coffee break update today. So for some announcements and updates on the City of Hesperia, we have joining us the Mayor of the City of Hesperia, Cameron Gregg. Good morning, Mayor Gregg.
Good morning, Marshall. Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you guys having me here. First of all, the City Council would like to congratulate the class of 2021, all the graduates throughout all of our cities. We're proud of you, and we wish you best in your future endeavors. Next up, we have the Neighborhood Beautification Day that is going to be held on June 17th from 8 a.m. to noon, or until the bins are full. Usually the bins fill up pretty quick, but if nothing else, it'll run till noon. This event offers Hesperia residents free disposal of select bulky items, including mattresses, carpet, and furniture. If you need additional information, just visit our website. Also, we're accepting nominations for the 2021 Pride Enhancement Program. And this program is designed to recognize and reward Hesperia residents for contributing to the eccentric pill of the community. And then residents can nominate their neighbors or themselves for a chance to win $1,000 in gift cards. So this is just about, making your house look beautiful. Also, with the 4th of July, right around the corner here, we'd like to remind the residents that fireworks are illegal in the city of Hesperia, including those listed as safe and sane. And with our extremely dry weather that we're having, this can cause extreme distress to our fire crews. And additionally, pets. Every year around this time, we start seeing a huge influx of pets into our rescue there, and we need to make sure that we're trying to combat that as best as possible. Send my condolences to the Baca family as well. I know many of us have heard Sergeant Baca. So with that, I'd like to just offer my condolences to the family with that. And other than that, if anybody has any questions, my number is in the chat. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. Thank you, Marshall.
All right, thank you so much for all of that information, Mayor Gregg. Again, I have no questions from anyone. Of course, if I do get any, if you're still on the line, we'll do our best to get them over to you. Or as you said, Mayor Greg, he put his number in the chat window. So if you want to reach out to him directly, you can do that as well. Thank you for the update and hope you have a great and safe weekend. We have another sponsor to introduce to you this week. We are always grateful for Transformation Training and Development LLC. They've been a great partner for the last several months, maybe it's reaching almost all the way back to the beginning of our trek here on the Coffee Break Update. So with that, we want to say thank you to Transformation Training and Development LLC. And here is a short video from our friend, Dr. Kenesha Williams.
Hello, good morning to the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. This is your friend, Dr. Kenesha, and I'm so excited to be with you again today here virtually. And if I had a secret for you, would you want to know? Wave your hand. I know I'm not there. Just wave your hand anyway. Just go with me here. Now listen, I have the most important tip that's going to get our teams to go to the next level. If you want to know that, let me just see you lean in, lean all the way in. Guess what that's going to be? Us improving ourselves. That's right. Dr. John C. Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on leadership. John F. Kennedy said this, listen, leaders and learning, they're indispensable to each other. That means as leaders, we have to always and continually be what? Learners. And then Albert Einstein said this, he says, intellectual understanding, it commences at birth, but it should only cease at death. That means as leaders, we have to always be growing, learning, growing, and learning together. So quickly, we'll be coming from our book, Change Your World by Dr. John C. Maxwell. And the last time we left off, I talked about catalysts. If we want to be a catalyst for change, which we want change in our greater high desert, then guess what? Guess who does that? We do. When we get better, then our community gets better. And it says this on page 61, as we work to become catalysts of change on any scale, we don't want to miss what happens when we work with others to accomplish the vision. Everything multiplies. When I get better, you get better. When you get better, I get better. That's why we have to work together. So listen, on October 8th, Friday, right above me, 2021, mark your calendars. I am bringing these wonderful people that you see behind me to the Greater High Desert by simulcast. But listen, they are going to feed into our leadership. More information coming up soon. This is your friend, Dr. Kenesha. I love you. Have a great day.
Did everyone else lean in? Her personality is so energetic, charismatic that I really did forget for a second that it's just a video that we're watching. And I was like, and then I realized I'm leaning into a video. Good job, me, and good job the rest of us who did that. Thank you to Transformation Training and Development LLC, and of course our friend Dr. Kenesha Williams for sponsoring this week's Coffee Break Update. We have an update from our 00 CEO, Mr. Mark Creffield. Mark, do you have some fun stuff to tell us about this morning?
I do. Really Thank you so.
You're gonna have to
sorry,
really
you
top.
weren't done with your intro.
No, you're really gonna have to try and top Dr. Williams.
I can't, but I'll just move along and we'll get to some of the more fun. We'll get back to you where you're really fun. A couple things, folks. Thanks again all for being here on this Friday here in June. On a personal note, my baby boy, my Mark Andrew Creffield Jr. is turning 20 years old tomorrow. And if that doesn't make me feel old, I don't know what does. Holy moly. And then I have my other son, Ethan William, is turning 16 in July. So holy moly. I mean, where does the time go? How old are your kids, Marshall?
5 and 2.
5 and 2. Wow. Okay. Well, anyways, well, listen, folks, Marshall alluded to maybe a little special surprise. And all I'm going to say is we do have our next coffee break coming up on Friday, June 18th. I'm going to put an asterisk on that. And we are looking for sponsors. So folks, if you're interested, please put your information in the chat and I will reach out to you. Our golf tournament, although the player spots are sold out, I did want to mention that we still have some lunch sponsorships available, some tea sign sponsorships available. Also, we're looking for raffle prizes. if you'd be willing to donate a raffle prize to the event. And most importantly, we do these golfer goodie bags. So if you have 130 of a single item at your business, it could be, you know, a little Band-Aid kit, it could be sunscreen, it could be pens, pencils, anything with your company name on it, something unique. Or if you wanted to get like a little granola bar and put your business card on it, you can donate that as well. But if you're interested, we're looking for goodie bag items. Please, again, put your name or your company in the chat that you'll be willing to donate, and I will reach out to you personally. Our State of the Chamber is coming up on July 7th. Now, we are sincerely hoping that we are going to be back in person at the Hilton Garden Inn. The State of the Chamber is always in June of every year before our new fiscal year, but we just didn't want to have our last Valley Morning Insight as our State of the Chamber. We want to be back in person and celebrate all of this with you, at least the first 6 months of the Greater High Desert Chamber. So again, more information on that as well. And this isn't the big surprise, but what we've decided to do today, since we had some time, is we're going to do a quick breakout session and network with everybody. We're going to put 4 people to a breakout room, and you're going to have, each person has up to a minute to say your company name, who you are, and a little bit about your company. And we just ask that you don't leave your breakout room until you all come back to the main room, and then we'll finish with our update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Jenny has been actively getting us all ready for this. So Jenny, are we ready to go to breakout rooms?
We are ready.
All right, so 4 minutes, folks. We'll see you all back soon. Make some contacts.
For those of you that are attending that are still here, you do have to click join breakout room.
roundtables like that. So.
All right. Well, that was fun. I hope everyone had some time to introduce yourself. I got to speak with Stephanie Amato and Emily Rule. Nice to speak with both of you ladies. Thank you for sharing a little bit about what you do. I hope everyone got a little bit out of that. And it's kind of like when we're at VMI in person, and we have that networking session. You kind of just walk around and say hi to people, high fives if you're me, whatever. So Mark, that was a great idea. Thank you for doing that. Jenny, thank you for coordinating that. I know that's not an easy task with so many people on our call every week, but that was great. That was a nice little addition to our coffee break update. Now we will get back to our normal stuff for your coffee break update, and we will invite, and please help me welcome, of course, as always, our friend, Public Information Officer for the City of Victorville, Sue Jones. Sue is going to tell us all about Victorville. Hi, Sue.
Morning, Marshall. Good morning, everyone. And I have to say, I really enjoyed that opportunity to network. So thank you so much for making that happen. Y'all may or may not know that we had a large water leakage into our council chambers. So sadly, for a while, we haven't been able to have in-person meetings in our council chambers for our council meetings, and because of COVID as well. But just this week, we were so happy to welcome the community back in person in council chambers. And if you would like to join us for a council meeting, please come out and join us. Our meetings are the first and third Tuesday of every month. Please note that we still are with a restricted capacity, and to allow proper social distancing, it's about 20 people can come into council chambers at a time. So we continue to have our council meetings on Zoom. And if you would like to see our meeting agendas and the information about how to join us on Zoom, this information is on our website at victorvilleca.gov/agendas. And we would love to have you join us. Also, earlier this week, I'm really happy to announce that we broke ground on our Green Tree extension. I know this is an extremely exciting project to many, and there has been a great deal of anticipation for this project, and we're so happy to get it underway. For those of you who don't know, this project will extend Green Tree from Hesperia Road to Ridgecrest Yates Road in Apple Valley. It's about 1.5 miles in length. The most challenging part of the entire project, or the modern marvel, as I like to say, is the 600-foot bridge that will be built over the BNSF railroad. And because this is such a large undertaking, this project will take about 2 years to complete. And I know we wish it would go faster, but safety, it prevails, and we have to do this the right way. Just so you know, also Ridgecrest Road will be expanded to 4 lanes. There will be a traffic light where Green Tree connects into Ridgecrest. The intersection at Green Tree Boulevard and Hesperia Road will be widened so that there will be more turning lanes and options for how you would like to travel to get to the 15. We are so grateful to our collaborators and funding partners, Town of Apple Valley, County of San Bernardino, and the San Bernardino County Transportation Authority for helping us with this project. The total cost will be nearly $47 million. Just so you all know. Also, coming up on Monday, we're going to start our summer reading program, and this is a great opportunity for students to continue their love of reading and to continue to develop their reading skills while school is out. New this year, we're going to feature videos about our various city departments to help kids understand our city government and the many services we offer. The community, from graffiti abatement to city planning to utility services. We'll be offering some fun games and prizes. And this is open to children and adults, anyone of any age. We welcome you to join us. You can learn more at vv.city/SRP for summer reading program, or you could call our local library, and I will put this information in the chat. On June 1st, we had a lot of things happen this week. Also this week on June 1st, we opened our interim homeless shelter at West Wind Sports Center. You're probably familiar that a temporary warming shelter had been functioning in this space, but now this is a full-time operation being funded by the City of Victorville. And it's operated by a nonprofit organization called Illumination Foundation, and available to the folks that need to be in the homeless shelter will be case management services, housing navigation, connections to other community services and programs to help them in the cycle of homelessness. There is much more information about the city's strategy to address homelessness in our community and to lessen its impact. If you'd like to check it out, it's on our website at victorvilleca.gov/homelessness solutions. At prior meetings, I've mentioned our Wellness Center campus, which is our larger strategy to build a large 168-bed homeless shelter on First Street in the Old Town area. And we still are moving forward with that. And until we can get that shelter built, we are going to operate this interim shelter to help our homeless men, women, and families. So this shelter is open to those folks. And I should say too, it is operating as a lower barrier entry to try to help people with substance abuse and other things that might prevent them from getting into other full-time shelters. So look for more information on that. And finally, as Mayor Gregg mentioned, fireworks are illegal in Hesperia. They also continue to be illegal in the city of Victorville. Recently, we launched our If You Light It, We'll Write It campaign to remind our residents that fireworks are illegal and that they negatively impact our quality of life, and they are very dangerous. They scare pets, stress vets, start fires, and cause injuries. And this year we are enforcing a $1,000 fine. We invite you to report fireworks to us anonymously on our website at vv.city/report fireworks. I'll put that link in the chat feature. If you put exact addresses or cross streets, it helps us tremendously with our enforcement. Last year, we issued 180 citations and issued 1,000 warnings. So we are busy out there, and we do try to address this issue for our community. And we do invite you that if you do want to experience fireworks, which are certainly a part of our July 4th celebration, please join us at the fairgrounds for our professional fireworks display. It will be a drive-in event this year, and gates open at 7:30 and the show starts at 9. And with that, Marshall, I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Sue. I have one quick question for you. How quickly will fireworks complaints posted on the city website be responded to?
Yeah, that's a really good question. What typically happens is we do have what we call enforcement sweeps, and we don't necessarily say the days that those are happening so that we can get out there and actually, enforcement's very difficult because you actually have to catch someone in the act of lighting a firework or somehow have enough evidence like pictures or video that would help you be able to actually enforce it when it goes to court. So typically, if we get a lot of complaints for a certain address, they are going to be on our list when we go out to do the enforcement. If your report will come in at a timing when our sweeps are about to conduct, the enforcement officers are taking that with them when they go out to do the enforcement. Typically, well, enforcement's going to happen in the evenings. So sorry, I have to say it does depend. But what I can tell you is every report that we receive, we do follow up on. And when I say we issue warnings, if we can't catch the person actually lighting the fireworks, we will leave information with a notice from our enforcement team saying we know fireworks have happened at this location, to try to discourage them from doing it again. And if there are multiple reports from a same address, we certainly will be, looking out for them.
Sure, sure. Okay. Thank you for that. I had one more question, although I'm not even sure myself how to answer it, but I wanted to throw it out there anyway. Do you have any idea how many fires, it's kind of a vague question, how many fires have been started due to fireworks in the past 5 years? Are you aware of any fires in our local area, I guess, that have been started by fireworks?
Absolutely. When I mentioned this at our last coffee update, that very same week, there was a home fire that had been caused by fireworks here in Victorville. Sadly, that homeowner was tremendously affected by that home fire. I don't have the stats to share with you, but I do know each year that I've been working here and we've been focused on this. I would say we've been more focused on fireworks in the last probably 3.5 years. There have been multiple fires each year in Victorville alone caused by fireworks, home fires or fire that has caught to landscaping that was approaching homes. So it is a strain on our fire services that, we're being pulled to address these things, sadly. But yeah, it does happen. I'm sorry I don't have the exact stats.
Sure, sure. Yeah, and I just to expand on that, since I think everybody knows where I work, I say at the top of the program, fireworks indirectly also can impact and directly on July 4th can impact ambient air quality. So of course through wildfires and smoke, that can have a pretty significant impact, as we have seen the last several years. So there is that aspect of it as well. All right, those are the only questions I have for you. So thank you, Sue, for the update. Thank you for joining us as always, and we will talk to you again soon. Have a great weekend.
Thank you too.
All righty. So on that note, also, I was driving by a gas station around the corner yesterday, right about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I saw so many people at the gas station, not just getting gas, but in line to get gas. The gas station was packed, and I thought, I guess people don't know that, like on a very warm day, say like almost triple digits, that the middle of the day is the worst time to get gas. You get a very poor value for the money that you're spending on the gas, and it contributes to ground level ozone problems, which of course we know affects our air quality. So if you have to get gas today or tomorrow or any day where it's going to be warmer than say 70 degrees, which we know is like 95% of our year in the high desert, do it early in the morning or wait until the sun goes down and then get gas. That's the best time. You get the best bang for your buck and you affect air quality the least. Okay, Mark is probably upset with me that I threw that in there and it wasn't on the script. Anyway, sorry, Mark. Thank you. We have another municipal update for you. We have joining us from the town of Apple Valley, the Assistant Director of Community Enhancement, Guy Eisenbray. Guy, did I say that last name right?
You absolutely did. Very, very good. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Guy.
Yeah, thank you very much. Super excited today to be here speaking to everybody and presenting a little bit of what the town of Apple Valley team is bringing to everyone in our town. I had the pleasure of being in a couple classes with Dr. Kenesha Williams, and I got to say I'm super energized, super empowered, and I hope I can keep up that energy. I'm blessed and wake up every day just wonderfully blessed by saying that I lead and supervise the code enforcement, solid waste, and Apple Valley Choice Energy teams at the town of Apple Valley. And code enforcement, we are currently and continually working on enforcement efforts regarding illegal sidewalk vendors that are unlicensed, aggressive solicitors that impact visitors to our commercial locations within the town. Solid waste wise, we're knee deep in getting everyone that is required to enroll into the mandatory commercial organics recycling program enrolled. We hope to have 100% compliance by the end of this year. And we're also preparing for the rollout of regulations as they pertain to SB 1383, which is the short-lived climate pollutants bill, which will get organics recycling programs into residential and commercial locations alike. So those are some of the programs that solid waste is going to be experiencing in the coming year. And I wanted to share with you guys the cleanup crew that I have, comprised of 4 persons. They're out there 6 days a week cleaning up illegal dump sites. In fiscal year 1920, they cleaned up 220,000 pounds of trash from our desert. And this last fiscal 2021, they cleaned an astounding 582,000 pounds of illegally dumped material from our deserts. Huge increase, likely due to COVID. And in addition to that, COVID has seen a great deal of increase in household hazardous waste disposal, bulky item pickups, dumpster rentals also saw a significant increase. Apple Valley Choice Energy, which is our community choice aggregator, we actually took that on to procure and sell electricity to our residents and businesses for local control, resiliency, reliability, and sustainability. We offer 35 and 50% renewable resource options to our customers. We also offer everything that SCE does and can procure power at a lower per kilowatt rate. And we also offer NEM or net energy metering for those customers that have solar. For our business customers, we can offer customizable pricing plans for the larger energy users, and those come in variable term contracts with fixed pricing. These options will help our businesses stabilize their rates and with fewer increases over a longer period of time, not like the SCE customers that are experiencing the larger increases over a shorter period of time. We do offer same energy efficiency programs that SCE offers their customers. And in the near future, we're going to be offering solar, battery storage, and some smart home technologies that are meant to reduce the overall cost of energy to our residents and businesses. We actually have an active RFP out for these products and programs, and we're fairly certain we can deliver these at no cost to our consumers. Lastly, we are working on installing additional charging stations throughout the town. We currently have 2 at the town hall, and they're consistently being used by vehicles. We're looking at adding more at our facilities and partnering with some of our businesses in the town that are centrally located, privately owned. We're currently looking for partners to do that, and it'll be at no cost to provide to those commercial locations and residents and visitors to our town. And that is all I have in a nutshell.
All right. Thank you for all of that very helpful information, especially for Town of Apple Valley residents. We did have a question for you, Guy. These items, and I'm not sure it's not specific which items, but I'm assuming kind of the larger stuff that you were talking about in your update, are these only offered for the Town of Apple Valley or including surrounding areas?
Yeah, so all the programs that I spoke about were specifically for the Town of Apple Valley. and especially AVCE is solely for residents of the town.
That's what I thought too. Wanted to clarify that. Also, wanted to point out to everyone joining us that Guy is a recent graduate of the Chamber's leadership program. So thank you for doing that, and congratulations on your patience and work in that program. I know we have, of course, several people on the call who have done that same thing. They've gone through the leadership program. We hear that it's incredibly helpful and useful for employers and employees alike. So nice to have one of our graduates speaking this morning. So
yeah.
Thank you for that update, Guy. Also, I wanted to say, if you could send your background over to Doug, because I think that's a really cool background and his is kind of boring. And you can use those exact words if you want, because it came from me. So that's totally fine.
All right, will do.
All right, thank you so much, Guy, for the update on the town of Apple Valley. I also want to say thank you, of course, to our sponsors, Transformation Training and Development LLC and the Village in Apple Valley. Again, if you want to be a sponsor of a future chamber event, reach out to our Double O CEO, Mr. Mark Creffield. We have another couple of minutes. If you want to put your information in the chat, you can direct it to him, or of course you can call the chamber office and he can tell you how easy it is to be a sponsor. So we have our next coffee break. I'm gonna stop the name of it right there, because as of right now, what we're hoping to do is on June 18th, instead of being here on Zoom, even though that's what the slide says, coffee break update, June 18th, 9 a.m., which would indicate, of course, that we're going to be on Zoom. Barring something changing different than we've all heard in the last several weeks, and what is supposed to happen on June 15th. June 18th, of course, would be 3 days after that. So what we are hoping to do and what we are trying to plan for, I say we, but really Mark and his staff, of course, Ruby and Jenny and Sonia, we're trying to plan for the first in-person Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce coffee break. That is the plan right now. Of course, details are, it's kind of tough to work out details. Anyone who's trying to plan anything, especially in person after June 15th, you probably know already how difficult it can be. Obviously there's June 15th hasn't happened yet, so it's difficult to get a firm yes, a firm no, a firm time, price. All of those things are difficult in trying to plan beyond June 15th. So I say that with caution, that we're hoping and we are planning to be in person on June 18th. The specific time is not specific yet. The specific location is also not specific yet. The other details around it, Mark, I know Mark is working diligently to get this nailed down, and hopefully we can tell you probably by email, by social media. Of course, being that you're assuming that all of you are members of the chamber, you should be receiving the regular e-blasts every Friday. So that would obviously be a place where we can announce that, probably in its own special email, right, Mark?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is the plan right now. That is the special announcement, if you will. I don't know if you expected that, if you were thinking, I know what he's going to say, or not. I know Mark knew what I was going to say. So Mark seems to just know because, well, I tell him things, and then he tells me things. So that's the plan for now. Again, if something changes, of course, we'll be back here on Zoom. I sincerely hope that it doesn't. I know I have to assume that all of you hope as well that instead, in 2 weeks of being here, logging on Zoom and getting the confirmation reminder that you registered for the Zoom, that instead we're either heading over to or we're already enjoying our time together in person. So with that, I'll say I'll see you on June 18th somehow. And with that, have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't light any fireworks, please. Don't go get gas in the middle of the day. Do it early in the morning, wait till the evening. And happy birthday, Mark, to Marky for his 20th. And we'll see you all soon. You can unmute,
Bye,
by the way.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Happy Friday.
Uh,
You all enjoy your weekend.
Great weekend, guys.
Weekend.
Stay cool.
Bye. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.
See you soon.
Jenny, I'm not the host, so you're going to have to shut her